The most anticipated event of the year is almost here. Join us for the Southwest Region Conference Camp Meeting happening June 11th through 14th, 2025 at the beautiful Lone Star Camp in Athens, Texas. Our theme this year is Let It Rain. Our dynamic lineup of guest speakers include Dr. Abraham Jules, President of the Atlantic Union Conference, Dr. Gina Spivey Brown, President-elect of Oakwood University, Dr. Ivan Williams, Vice President of the North American Division, Pastor Claudia Allen, Associate Pastor of DuPont Park SDA Church, Pastor Torres Montgomery, author and motivational speaker. And you won't want to miss our stellar musical guests featuring Fred Hammond, Grammy Award-winning gospel artist, Leandria Johnson, stellar and Grammy Award-winning artist, Myron Butler, worship leader and producer, Gail Jones Murphy, renowned songwriter and arranger, Stephen Manders and Decree, the Southwest Region Conference Bass Choir.
Pastor Landry, when I watched your parts of the show, I was like, this is going to have people talking on social media. I hope you are ready for it. But I got to say, you talk about being unconventional, having like a kind of a different way of guiding your church and being sort of taboo along the way. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, there are a lot of things that we do that are different. You know, I am a traditional, non-traditionalist, if I could say that. And the methods of ministry that God uses me in, it's kind of course, it's going to raise some eyebrows, but there were times when God told me to pass out cigarettes. And I know they was like, pass out cigarettes? Why would you condone somebody's, smoking cigarettes in their health? I said, listen, there were 20 cigarettes in a box. I lit it up, walked down the street. Hey, let me get a cig. You want this cig? You come talk to me about Christ. Mm-hmm. So here we are. He's smoking. And I'm talking to him about Christ. The whole motive is, this is the beginning process, but the ending process will be great for him. I'm giving him what he wants now, but later on, I'm definitely giving him what he's going to need.
Yeah.
So it's a
good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Eden Outpost. This is the camp meeting that is starting today. And as you've seen from the video that I've just played previously, you will see that it has become a trend that in most of our camp meetings, people from outside who are not Adventist are called in either to come and sing or to come and do some other things. But when it comes to camp meetings, how is it supposed to be conducted according to the Bible and to the spirit of prophecy? Because we are seeing that there's so much that is creeping into the church which is not right. Like last year, you remember there was a church that invited this Pentecostal singer who was there speaking in tongues, and there was just so much confusion. Are we supposed to do that as Adventists? Are we supposed to copy the worldlings, what they are doing, and bring it in? When you are doing a camp meeting, according to the Bible, you are supposed to invite other people who are not Adventists just to come and see what you do, but not to give them the pulpit to tell you or to sing for you or to tell you what you are supposed to do. When you look at the camp meetings that used to happen, you're going to see that there's singers were invited. They used to sing. Singing is part of God's worship. And when you bring someone who does not understand how you sing and they just bring drums and they're jumping up and down and there's just so much confusion. And this is what we see. Ellen White spoke about it and she wrote about it, about the moving away of the Holy Spirit. When you look at the experience that she wrote when she was talking about drums and shouting and making noise. And that was something that happened at a camp meeting. Let's see what this book has to say about the camp meeting. It says, at these gatherings, we must ever remember that two forces are at work. A battle unseen by human eyes is being waged. The army of the Lord is on the ground seeking to have souls. Satan and his synagogue are also at work, trying in every possible way to deceive and destroy. So when we are at the camp meeting, this is a place that we are supposed to receive the Holy Spirit and we come back charged. And this is a quotation that I was talking about. It is found in Last Day Events. page 159, paragraph 1. It says, the things you have described as taking place in Indiana, these comments were made in connection with the Holy Flesh movement at the Indiana camp meeting of 1900. For further details, see selected messages. Okay, the Lord has shown me would take place just before the close of probation. Every uncouth thing will be demonstrated. There will be shouting with drums, music, and dancing. The senses of a rational beings will become so confused that they cannot be trusted to make right decisions. So we are seeing that when there's shouting, drums, and singing and dancing, the mind of the rational being cannot be trusted to make the right decision. So these are the things that we should avoid by all means. And this quotation continues to say, a bedlam of noise shocks the senses and perverts that which, if conducted aright, might be a blessing. The power of satanic agencies blend with the din and noise to have a carnival, and this is termed the Holy Spirit's working. Those things which have been in the past will be in the future. Satan will make music a snare by the way in which it is conducted. So, music is a snare, and the devil has been using music. And when you remember in the book of Exodus, when the children of Israel were coming, they were coming from Egypt going to the promised land. Just before they could enter the promised land, there was this carnival that happened, that the children of Israel were enticed by the music and by the women of the Moabites, and they were defeated. What they could not do using weapons, they did using music and women. So we should be very careful when such things are happening.